APC, Governor Moimala Buni, has mandated the two governors to do everything necessary to ensure that all feuding parties, as well as aspirants and their supporters, close ranks and work for the APC to defeat contestants by other political parties. African countries must be quick and responsive in solution-driven on the continent's strategies to curb all forms of corrupt acts. This followed the call for more support and cooperation from regional leaders and international communities to combat corruption on the continent through regional frameworks. Comfort Amodu brings us the details of the submissions as Nigeria joins her counterparts to commemorate the 2021 Africa Anti-Corruption Day today.
Corruption is said to be the most demanding governance and development challenge Africa is faced with. African leaders do not spare their arsenals in the fight against the scourge as they continuously develop strategies for advancing the effectiveness of the anti-corruption fight among member countries. Due to the tough recession that many countries had to endure from the COVID-19 pandemic, African leaders are reinforcing stronger economic governance and calling for stronger collaboration between the African Union, the regional economic communities, member states, the private sector, and the media as they commemorate the 2021 African Anti-Corruption Day. The annual African Anti-Corruption Day is marked every 11th of July.
Africa, as you know, loses at least maybe $60 to $80 billion in terms of illicit capital flows, and we need to block that. Let's work, earn money, but let's earn clean money, and let's not shortchange Africa. That's very, very important.
The Nigerian government has been quick and responsive in demonstrating integrity in its governance through recovery of stolen assets, looted funds, blocking of revenue leakages, tax evasion, and more to revitalize the Nigerian economy through the aid of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, PACAC, the EFCC, ICPC, and other anti-graft agencies.
We should encourage all African countries under the African Union and collaboration of South-South in nature to ensure that the issue of corruption becomes a permanent agenda in the United Nations system.
The need for transparency, accountability, particularly in the conduct of public officers, as well as politically exposed personalities, is something that requires serious checks and balance.
The 5th edition of the African Anti-Corruption Day has the theme Regional Economic Communities, Critical Actors in the Implementation of the African Union Convention on Preventing and Combating Corruption. In Abuja, Comfort Amodu, NTA News.
World Population Day is commemorated to draw attention to population issues. On this occasion, experts are talking about the soaring global population and its impact on development. In this report, Oluseyi Adebo narrows down to Nigeria's population and how to plan for development.
World population is rapidly increasing. Research indicates that it now stands at about 7.7 billion, with projection that it could grow to about 8.5 billion in 2030. Experts consider this a challenge in terms of ensuring even development. The Governing Council of the United Nations Development Programme established the World Population Day, first in 1989, to combat challenges posed by sustained global population growth and demography-related issues. As the world observes World Population Day 2021, focus is on managing overpopulation to ensure the long-term growth of existing resources. This year's event comes in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, said to have affected the female folks the most, hence the choice of its theme. Rights and choices are the answer. Whether baby boom or bust, the solution lies in prioritizing the reproductive health and rights of all people.
Many women could not access reproductive health services, especially family planning services, whereas during the same period, we had heightened sexual activities, even within families, because of the lockdown. Now that we are coming out of the pandemic, we're looking what has been the real impact and how should we respond to this.
In Nigeria, population experts talk on the urgency for a fresh population and housing census to help have reliable data for planning.
It will tell you how many young people, how many children, how many elderly people, how many people with a disability, give you all the nitty-gritty little details about what does your country look like. And that means that you will make informed decisions.
We've tried several times, we pushed several times to see that census is being actualized in 2021 or 2022. We've pushed some of these bills, we've pushed some of the motions, and they've given us accelerated hearing.
The nation's apex population body, the NPC, says plans to conduct next census is on course.
The National Population Commission has worked out a full budget estimate and timeline for the next census. Secondly, with the support of government, out of the 774 local governments, we have successfully demarcated 630 local governments. Also, we have conducted a pretest towards the census. So all that is left is for government to give the final proclamation to go ahead.
While population managers wait for an actual census, MPC says there are existing reliable data such as Nigeria Demographic and Health Survey 2018, as well as the expected outcome of the ongoing remuneration area demarcation exercise for planning. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Let's shift our attention to health news now. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has confirmed 12 new cases of COVID-19 in the country, bringing the total number of infections to 168,552. Among the new cases, 6 were recorded in Akwa Ibom State, while Ogun has 4 and Rivers 2. A total of 164,439 patients were treated and discharged, while the death toll is 2,124. Let's pause here for a break. The news continues shortly.